Welcome to Miniatures Rundown, and my SCVs are ready. Hi, I'm Kevin, and I had a chance to actually play the StarCraft Miniatures game from Archon Studios. My friend James took the time to walk me through the list building process and the game on Tabletop Simulator, which was extremely helpful. Shout out to James. List building was very straightforward. I chose my faction, Terran, and my sub-faction, Raynor's Raiders. I always like Jim Raynor, and I look forward to rolling dice with him. James chose to play Protoss. For my investment gas budget of 200, I basically just chose a smattering of buildings I thought looked cool. I pretty much did the same with my 2,000 minerals. This isn't a battle report, so the specific choices and action aren't really that important. However, once we get the models in our hands, you better believe there'll be some StarCraft bat reps. Really, I just want to recount my first impressions of getting to roll dice, even if they are just digital. The very first thing that came to my attention was before the game even began, and it's something I was familiar with from Star Wars Legion, the mission draft. I can absolutely see how important this step is. And going further to see how the abilities of cards and units can layer, I can see how being aware of what your list does impacts the choices you make here. The mission we ended up with was a very basic one: hold the line and breach deployment. The extremely interesting thing from the very start of the action was activating units in the first movement phase. In StarCraft, nothing starts on the board. So James brought on some adepts, and I was able to react by bringing in some Marines on the same flank to threaten the objectives. The deployment, quote unquote, went on in that way. James being the more experienced player, he was able to warp some things around using his cards to generate psi to trigger them. My first turn was very much just setting the stage for the game. But because the mission supply was only 6, we still had things left to bring on the board in later turns. The next turn, the action really started, and the thing that really stood out to me was how impactful the surge system is, which, if a weapon you're using matches a keyword the target has, a number of hits automatically damage a target with no save roll. So a weapon with Surge Light targets a unit with the light keyword. Some of your hits will automatically damage the target. In many cases, this is a D3. This really gave me the feeling that targeting the right unit with the right weapon was the right choice, but really felt that rock, paper, scissors effect that is so prominent in the PC game, but with a war game feel. The other thing I noticed and really liked was being able to shoot while in melee. Coming from a Warhammer background, this felt really liberating. Now, if you're engaged in melee, you can only target what you are engaged with, and you can't shoot into engagement unless you have a special rule. Typically, the target will also get an additional save while you are shooting in melee, but it still felt like my Marines were still able to fight with good effect even while being engaged in melee. Throughout the game, I was certainly underutilizing my abilities on my units and support cards, and that's okay. It was my first game. I will say that this game is very text and ability heavy. There's a lot of things that work together to combo together for force multiplication. Seeing those interactions and being aware of those interactions your opponent has access to will be key in getting the most out of this game. Your units are way more than their stat line on their weapon profiles. I did end up losing, but despite that, I had a great time, and I'm very eager to dive in and learn more, and most importantly, play more. Have you had a chance to play yet? What did you think? Let us know in the comments. As always, if you like this content and want to see more, like and subscribe. Until next time, spawn more overlords.